Hi guys, so today we're going to be sewing this lovely gown. Alright, so these are the sleeves. Alright, this is the bottom part of the gown, the upper part, front and back. Alright, so let's get started. Where you see this mark is for the front skirt. I'm going to be cutting it and replacing it with an organza. All right, I don't want to use a tulle net. I'm going to replace it with an organza. First thing first, let's start with the upper part of the gown. So I am going to be joining the fabrics together, the front and back, right sides facing each other, and I'm going to be securing the shoulders with pin in order to give me smooth stitch. As you can see, I've gone ahead to stitch. I'll be replicating the same process for the lining. All right, I'll go ahead and stitch the shoulders down. I'm securing it with a pin, after which I am going to be using the lining to turn the fabric. All right. To my subscribers, I say thank you. If you're new in this channel, you're welcome. All right, so this is the turning process. All right, I'm trying to secure with pins, right sides facing each other. I'm securing with pins. Then I'm going to stitch. I'm stitching round. After which I'm going to be trimming the excesses, especially on the sharp edges. All right. Then I'm going to give this sweetheart place a notch to aid turning. All right. I'm stitched down the armhole area as well. Then trim the excesses. As you can see. Be sure to do it at your pace. All right. So I'm going to turn. After turning, please be sure to give it a good press. Be sure to give it a good press. All right, so now this is the front. Remember I told you I'm going to be using an organza. It's kind of a see-through, but I'm going to be designing it. All right, so this is the back of the lower part of the gown. I'm going to be turning with the lining. All right, so I'm done turning with the lining. That's where the zip is going to be. So now this is the front. Let's go ahead with the front. I'm going to turn with the lining. Before turning with the lining, I told you I was going to attach an organza in the front. All right, so I'm doubling the organza. All right, because this my particular client doesn't really like any part of her body showing, but with the doubling it's not bad. So I'm stitching it together since I doubled it, so it's going to remain firm in one place. All right, if you have any comments, kindly let me know in the comment section. Be sure I'm going to reply you. All right, so I'm stitching it down. Like I said, I'm stitching two together in order to reduce the revealing. So now I'm going ahead to measure what I have. As you can see, I'll be using this measurement. I'll be adding ½ inch to cut. I want to do tiny strips. That is what I'm going to be used to be designing the see-through area. All right, so I'm going to be cutting tiny strips. This is actually 4 by 6. So I'll get the midpoint as 2. So everything here is 2 by 6. Each strip is 2 by 6. I'll go ahead and fold each of them. All right, then I'll stitch down. All right, I don't want something fat, so I'll fold each. All right, I'll fold ½ inch on this side, ½ inch on the other side, then refold the 1 inch. That's making it ½ inch. So I'm done now. I am going to be designing. You can do it any shape. As you can see, I did X initially, but I don't want it as X. I want it like a V and a W kind of stuff. So I am pinning how I want it. I'm done pinning. What I'm going to be doing now, all right, I am going to be securing them with a pin. As you can see, Then I'll cut out the excess. You can do any design you want, but this is what I want. Then I'm going to be attaching it to the front. All right, the lower part of the gown. Then I'll be turning with a lining, as you can see. So I've attached it now. I'm putting the lining on top so that it's going to be neat when I'm done. I don't just sew like that. Neatness is my watchword. Alright. Be sure to remove the pins gradually as you stitch. Remember we use pins to secure the design, after which I am going to cut out the excesses. Alright, so now I'm folding out. Be sure to give it a good press. Voila, this is how it looks like. Now we are going to be pleating for the down. I'm top stitching first. Alright, I'm top stitching it. Like I said earlier, if you have any questions, kindly let me know in the comment section. So now I am going to be doing the bottom part of the gown. Alright, the attachments. I am going to be pleating this. Now you can do your round knee times 3, or you can do your round knee times 2, whichever way you want it, depending on what you really want. Alright, so I am going ahead now. As you can see, I'm pleating on it, depending on the fullness you want. I'm pleating on it. Be sure to get the length of your gown. Alright, with the length of the gown, you will know the length to take. Alright, so as you can see, I'm done. I am going to be top stitching. As you can see how it looks like. Are you seeing something like V, 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 or W? That's the design I wanted to. I'm top stitching. Do it at your pace. You can go ahead to design this, but I'll leave it plain. Alright, so now I am done with the lower part of the front gown. What I'm going to be doing next, this is the sleeve. Like I've done in my previous video, I actually beaded it. Now I'm going to get the midpoint of this and the midpoint of the other side, then join them together. Alright, I'm going to be linking the illustration in this particular video. I'll be linking it where you see how I did the cutting and everything. So I'll go and stitch down. I'm using pins to secure. Alright, so I'm done stitching. Please be sure to give it a good press. Alright, then this is how it's going to look like on the shoulder. So now I'm going ahead for the back. Remember, we are done with the front. I'm going to be attaching it, and be sure to insert your darts. Very important. I've gone ahead to place my darts on both the upper part and the lower part. That's not so difficult, so I didn't show it in camera. Alright, so I am attaching the upper and the lower part of the gown together for the back, and I will stitch the rough edges. I'm going to use my serger machine to weave. Alright, so I've gone ahead to join it. I'll do for the other side as well. If you've watched so far, thank you so much. I appreciate. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. So this is where you have the zipper. I'll be joining together, securing with pins. Then I'll be using my zipper measurement to measure. All right, where I want the zipper to stop, I'll go ahead and mark it and stitch down by 1 inch. That's my zipper allowance. My zipper allowance is actually 1 inch. So after stitching down, I will give it a good press. All right, then I am going to attach my zipper. All right, after doing that, I've attached my zipper. I'm going to be attaching now the front upper bodies and down bodies together. Remember to do your darts, please. I did that off camera. That is not so difficult to do. All right, so I've gone ahead to stitch that. What I'll be doing next, I'll be joining the pleated area of the back to the back, the lower part of the back. I've not pleated for the back. All right, so I'm going to be doing that. I'm pinning. Make sure you pin and you pleat. So this is for the back. After pleating, I'm going to give it a top stitch. Be sure to do it at your pace, please. All right. Like I said, depending on the fullness you want, you can do your round knee times two, times three, even times four, depending on the fullness. And be sure to get your full length, your measurement, all right, to know what to cut. So I'm done. I'm going to give it a top stitch. After which, after giving it a top stitch, I am going to press. All right. Kindly drop your comments in my comment section or your questions in my comment section. Thank you. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be joining all the side seams together and take my client's measurements. Then I'll stitch down. All right, be sure to take your client's measurement. I'm shaping it now to her size. All right, so be sure to do that. All right. So what I've done for this side, I'm going to be replicating it on the other side as well. As you can see, I'll do it on the other side and I'll hem using my hemming foot. I'll hem. I'm done hemming. This is how it looks like. So I'll be attaching my exaggerated sleeve. I'll go in by 2 inches. All right, midpoint facing each other. I'll sew 2 inches down, 2 inches in the other side. So after that, I'm going to be beading. You can use pearls, you can use anything you want to use to design the neckline is your choice. Like I said, 2 inches, then I'll be joining. All right. So I'm joining now. 2 inches in the front, 2 inches at the back. That is actually 4 inches. I'll do for the other sleeve as well. So I'm done. Now I'm done beading it as well. I'm done beading the neckline as you can see. Isn't it beautiful? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Now this is the final look of the gown. Ta-da! How does it look? As you can see the see-through place. Alright, hope it's lovely. Hope it's beautiful. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.